Okay, well here we are. I'm going to show you guys how I finish off the salsa, because the last bit really it's really just kind of a mix of the red and green. So I'll show that to you here in just a second. Give it an extra, another one of the limes. Because, you know, when you're making the salsa, it's a really bright, it's really fresh. It's one of the kind of the hallmarks of Mexican food. So with this, we want fresh tomatoes, fresh onion, fresh cilantro, fresh lime juice, you know. Not taking any shortcuts really makes a big difference here. Salt. We always got to have our good salt in there. I haven't added any salt to this yet, so it really takes a lot of salt. It really does. So I always add quite a bit at first. You can always add more. Or if you're not into salt, of course, you can always take a little step back from that. I like to put a little olive oil in there, mostly because since this is so bright and fresh, I like to add a little fat and a few more calories to it. But good, healthy olive oil. So this is everything that I've just chopped up for you guys. Oh yeah, and this is the green salsa, the the green chili salsa. And if you're gonna make this, you're gonna go ahead and just make a lot of it. Because it's great, you can freeze it, you can add it to so many things. So, this is what I'm talking to you about. Whenever you go to a store, you seem to find this in the store. Find some chopped up cilantro, chopped up onion, jalapenos, and it's kinda, well, not this green, but you know, it's a very similar product. And I'm always just so disappointed with that, because to me, that's not like the real salsa. It needs more tomatoes. So you can go ahead, stew your own tomatoes, which is excellent, especially if you have a garden. But me, if I don't have any extras, just go and get canned tomatoes. The real trick to the canned tomatoes really is just all that juice. It's been stewed. So after it's been stewed, now you're going to really be able to incorporate a lot more of that color scheme together. And just looking at it right there, it's still a little green. We need some more tomato. We need a little bit more juice in there as well. So let's hope I have an extra can. Yep, which I do right here. So another can of tomatoes. And so this is really why I'm demonstrating this to you, because there really is just the perfect kind of Christmas blend of red to green. And oh, it's close. Still not quite there. More tomato. And this is starting to get looking right. Yeah. And still, to my taste, it's really close. If that's all you have in tomatoes, go with it. It's fine. But I like a little more red in that red-green contrast thing. So go ahead, just finish off this. So, and that's about right. It normally takes about 2 cans of tomatoes. And the real key to that is, you know, as you saw earlier, when it's just all chopped up and together, you know, it's not like this. This is salsa. This is the good stuff right here. Before I added the stewed tomatoes or the canned tomatoes, it was still dry. It really didn't have that freshness. It wasn't all incorporated. It wasn't really kind of like a ceviche all coming together, you know. And this will, you will see the flavor of this one change. Like right now, compared to 30 minutes, compared to an hour, compared to tomorrow. The flavor profile of this is going to change a little bit, but that's all right. Oh yeah, so that's pretty much what we're looking for. This is why I'm demonstrating the red and green contrast. You want it to be, you know, pretty even, but a little more of the tomato dominant. And so now we got our salsa too here, the green chili, oh, delicious salsa. And why chop up jalapenos? Why go through all that? I already have this blended. This is spicy stuff, so I can just add some to this and save yourself the hassle of having to chop up extra stuff. So this is kind of the key to it. I like it spicy. So you can add as much or as little as you want, depending on your spice level. But this right here is mostly jalapenos with some New Mexico green chili in there. So it's actually pretty spicy. Good flavor. And so I'm gonna add a good amount to it because I like my salsa very much on the spicy side. And alright folks, this right here, we just gotta get it all incorporated. And once I do that, you have yourself a massive bowl of delicious fresh Pico de Gallo salsa. This whole thing, very inexpensive, very easy to do. If you're not, let's say you're not as confident with a knife and you don't want to do all the knife work that goes into it, you can throw it in a blender. You can. You're not going to get a chunky salsa out of it. You're going to get a blended salsa out of it. But it's still really good. It's still really delicious. It's a major step up for anything that you're buying at the store. But just to wrap things up, we'll go ahead, give you one last look at all this beautiful salsa. And yeah, just remember, this really doesn't last that long because it's so fresh and it's done properly. You really only get a few days storage out of it. But go ahead and you can freeze it. Once you freeze it, then you can add it to whatever you want. A pot of beans, make some delicious beans. You can add it to a steak or a loin that you cooked up. Simmer it in the salsa overnight. I'll make a future video with that. Either one of these two salsas, simmering meat in it overnight, slow cooking it, is just going to up your game. Real delicious Mexican food. But for our simple 5-ingredient salsa, here it is. Now, it's time for me to go and enjoy it. Have a great day, folks.